Hello and welcome into Taft Gaming, guys. As you can see, we're in Ohio. And yeah, this ain't a bad... It's not a bad map. There's not a load on you. I think there's only 2 productions. But they are pretty big fields, to be honest. And this would be your starting equipment, guys. And your starting yard. But yeah, I ain't on you to do a playthrough. Even though I could on this map, because I've just been doing contracts, to be honest, guys. I think I've done about 12 contracts on this map, just going for the trophy. So yeah, it ain't a bad looking map, to be honest. I've seen worse. So like I said, I've only stuck about 6 hours in, but I've done 12, 15 contracts now. And as you can see by the funds, it ain't loads. I haven't put any money in at all. I've started with $1 million, and all I've done is bought areas, sold areas, and yeah, sold most of my yard, to be honest. As always, I always change the equipment because I like using what I like using. But apart from that, for all the statos, that's what I've done so far. But I've bought plot 23, and I've deleted a building or something by year. I can't remember what it was now, but it won't let me level the ground. So I've come on this map for a subscriber. He asked me to check this map out because he's having problem with the building features and the sculpting on you, because yeah, it's not very flat. It's another one of them maps where it is a little bit up and down in certain areas, plenty of roaming hills and stuff, but they ain't super massive. So this is my workaway around this, guys. I cannot level or do anything with that little patch of ground was by there. So what I'm thinking is, why don't I make a little lake, little pond, and have that as an island, because I can't do anything with that piece of ground. So like I said, I like thinking out of the box, and yeah, this is my work around things like that, where I can't level it, I can't do nothing with it basically. I might be able to paint it. I'll test that now in a minute. Sorry guys. But yeah, I'm going to level all this off now. So what I done, guys, I dropped the level down a little bit, and once I was happy with the depth, I just level it off at that depth then, so I don't keep going too deep. Same again, I don't think it needs to be that deep for the water feature. I think this is going to be deep enough, to be honest. So let me just quickly sort these edges out a little bit. I'll probably change it all as I'm going. But like I said, you've got to think out of the box sometimes, guys. If there's an area of land you just can't landscape properly or do anything with it, try and turn that to your advantage and make it something else. I know it's all about farming, but this landscaping features in you for a reason, you know. So try and utilise it as much as you can. Because it will change your farming once you start decorating everything and creating things yourself. Sorry guys. Right then, so as you can see, I can't level that off at all. I can't go up, I can't go down, and it's not letting me do anything else with that patch of land. So I'm going to paint this in a minute and just see what it looks like. Yeah, it's probably a waste of time, waste of money, but I just want to see what it's going to look like. So I'm going to turn this into a little island, and I'll stick a little pond round it. Same again, I like putting my own selling areas and stuff like that down. So now this patch of land will probably be my selling area. I could even put productions on here, because I think there's only 2 productions on this map. And yeah, I like using lots of productions and stuff if I do farm on this map. But like I said, at the moment I just got it for contracts, to be honest. I should have I should have painted the texture in, the grass texture, rather than paint grass over it, because you can see it doesn't look very nice at all. You can see the mud and everything through it. The same again, you can change it. This is just, well, I'm just trying to look what it's going to look like, to be honest. It looks like a bit of a muddy island now. Same again, you decorate it how you want to decorate it, guys. You paint it how you want to paint it. But like I said, this was my workaround, because this patch of land, you just couldn't do nothing with it. And one of my subscribers asked me what about this map basically, so I've come on here to have a look at this map because he've asked me to have a look for him. And yeah, he's struggling with some of the sculpting features in certain areas. So like I said, this is one area, plot 23 I think. Can't remember whether it was another farm or a selling point now, to be honest. But like I said, you just work around most things in this game. You just got to think out of the box sometimes. So what I'm doing now, I'm just leveling off from that one end. And I'll do this all the way around now. Try and get a bit of an edge around the lake or pond, whatever you want to call it. Probably little pond. It's not big enough for a lake. But same again, I could turn all this area into one big lake. And I've had the island in the one area. Yeah, his possibilities are endless, guys. You just got to think out of the box sometimes. Right, so I'll quickly bring that round. And I'll probably soften these edges now. Excuse me again, guys. But like I said, softening sometimes works and sometimes it does distort it even worse. It all depends what you're actually looking for. But all I'm looking for there is just to take that pointy edge off, that was all. The same in the middle of the island. Just take that pointy edge off. Right. There we go. So that don't look too bad there, guys. Right, so I'm going to paint this again now. Right, I don't want that one. I want, that's it. That's the one. Yeah, as you can see, I went a little bit too big then and took some of the island out. Same again, I'm just looking, I might even change that texture again. It's just me. I'm always messing around with these textures, seeing what looks right and what don't. Right, let's see if I can stick an edge on there. Right, I think that works a little bit better. Same again, there's going to be patches with his mud, there's going to be patches with his rock. You just got to think of nature sometimes, how it's going to look. That don't look too bad, I don't think. Right. Right. I might just leave that like that now. As you can see, it's not level anywhere there, you can see that. So I'm going to try and soften this a little bit as well. Because like I said, I will probably make this like a selling point or something like that probably. Right then, let's try and add a little bit of water then. Right, this could be miles off, but same again, you just got to start off at the bottom and work your way up slow, and then you can see the depth then, look. But yeah, same again, it's a lot of trial and error. Oh yeah, you can see the gaps here now. Right, okay. I think that's the biggest circle is 50 meters as well. Right, okay, so there's a couple of ways of doing this, guys. Yeah, we're going to be short in some of the corners. Right, okay, this is going to be a bit of a pain. Right, yeah, so I'll probably delete this a few times, to be honest. So you can see where the join now, you've got a ripple all the time where the joins are. So yeah, I don't know whether there's a work way around that at all. I think once you join two bits, I think that ripple's always going to be there. But we'll just keep messing around with it till we see if we can find a better spot. And I don't think we're going to be able to cover it anywhere. So we might just have to stick a few little patches in somewhere. Try and join it up. You can rotate it, guys, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to rotate it now. Right, so we're still going to have bits on the edges, look. So there's two ways of doing this, basically. Like I said, we can try the other bits of water. Because yeah, that's quite a bit in some places. Right, so there's all different shapes and sizes and everything else if you haven't used this water feature, guys. So I'm going to try this little rectangle piece, see if we can fit it in that way. Don't know whether it's going to work. The same again, it's just trial and error, trying to get the heights the same height and the levels the same levels so it doesn't stand out. But yeah, I think this is going to be a little bit fiddly. Right, I'll plonk him in, and yeah, see where the joins are, guys? See what I mean with the ripple? As soon as you get close to it, it starts doing that. So I don't know if there's a way around that, but yeah, it looks okay until you go close. The same again, a little bit of decoration around the edges and stuff might not be too bad, but as you can see, you can see the joins a little bit. And like I said, I've used this feature quite a lot, so I do notice the joins. Right, so I'm going to get rid of them. Right, so the only other way now I can think of, because I think everywhere else is covered, is to change the land. But it won't let you go, as you can see, area restricted if you go too close to the water. So you've got to be clever with your camera angles now, guys, because as you can see there is quite a big gap there. So if you move your camera angle, it does work a little bit better. So I'm going to try and get as close as I can. There we go. Now you can see the difference, look. So once you move your camera angle, get above it, twist it around a little bit. There's another gap there, look. I wouldn't have seen that until I got close. So what I'm doing now, guys, I'm leveling it off again now, but I'm bringing it right up to the water. So now I shouldn't have to add any other pieces. I'll bring this, so it's 50 meters now basically all the way around, because that's the size of the water feature. Right, sorry guys, I want to go quiet and concentrating. So yeah, we'll level all that off now as much as we can, and we'll get it tight to the water, so then we won't have to try and add little bits of water again. So there shouldn't be any joins this time, but we should be right up to the edge of the pond now. Right, okay, let's level that off. And like I said, it just makes you think, this game. It ain't always straightforward, and this is what I like about the build feature. It ain't easy, but once you get it, it can be easy, if that makes sense. I think we got everything now. That looks a lot better. There we go. So, like I said, all we can do now is decorate around the pond area now. We own all this bit of land. Same again, I'm only doing contracts on here at the moment. But yeah, like I said, it ain't a bad map. But this is what I should have done first. I should have painted most of the island with the grass texture, and then put grass and stuff over the top. I always do this ass backwards, to be honest, guys. I always mess this bit up. You check on any of my builds, and yeah, I'll paint it all in, do the decorating, and then I'll have to go back and put the painting texture in. Because yeah, I always do it ass backwards. But yeah, I think we got that nailed now, guys. I don't look too bad at all, to be honest. So, I think my subscriber's name's Oscar. So I hope this helped this area, mate. If there's any other areas you're stuck on, let me know. Because obviously I've downloaded the map now. And yeah, I'll see what other areas I can help you out with. But I think this was plot 23. So yeah, I hope this helps you all out, guys. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Thanks for your time as always, guys. Much appreciated. Bye.